The PlayStation 5 release isn't far off now, and with over 15 plus games publicised for the next gen console so far, it's already starting to feel like we're going to be spoilt for choice. But that does depend on your genre, so we'll focus more today on what we're into here at Frag Hero. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War releases the day after PS5's launch, but PS4 players have already had a pretty sweet deal with early access and exclusives. The game will be the 6th instalment of the Black Ops series, following on from the stories in the first Black Ops game. The upcoming one is set in the early 1980s during the Cold War, and follows CIA officer Russell Adler as he attempts to capture alleged Soviet spy Perseus. So Perseus is our bad guy, because he wants to tip the balance of power in favour of the Soviet Union. And did you know that the story and game are actually based on a real conspiracy? With what should be an epic single-player story campaign and of course the usual frenetic multiplayer, I am very excited for this game release. Whether you're into the Assassin's Creed series or not, and that includes you who's sat there sulking because it doesn't feel like an AC game anymore, Valhalla is worth getting. You can be either a female or male Eivor, a fearless Viking clan leader and raider forging the way from desolate Norway to settle on English farmland. There's too much fun stuff to do in Valhalla for me to get into properly right now, so check out the top 10 things to do video I posted recently to find out more. Some headlines though: raids against Saxon armies, hallucinogenic fuel fights, drinking contests, sailing, fishing, and there's so much more. The combat system has been updated too, giving you unlockable abilities and a sneaky wrist blade amongst other weapons. Available for PS5 at launch, System Redux is a dark cyberpunk thriller and psychological horror game. The version you'll get on PS5 is an upgraded and expanded edition of the original Observer game, making it perfect for die-hard lovers of the game, or for new players too, if you can stomach it. Set in 2084, a digital plague called the Nanophage has killed thousands of people who augmented their minds and bodies. So you hack into the minds of the dead, exploring their fears, obsessions and final moments as you search for the killer, so you're the observer. And it's kind of like a murder mystery, but way more freaky. In Godfall, you play as one of the last Valorian knights as you try to prevent an apocalyptic event. It's described as a looter slasher, so definitely my kind of game, and you get granted better melee loot from completing missions, and I do like the sound of that. There are 5 weapon classes: longsword, dual blades, polearm, two-handed warhammer and the two-handed greatsword. Your weapon class is determined by which valor plates you equip. Adding more plates and augments will customise your class even further. Also, just to be annoying and pop in to say, please do like and subscribe as we go along if you're enjoying this roundup. Okay, now for Mr. Popular, it's Miles Morales. This game is the sequel to the PS4's Spiderman game and will be following Miles Morales around Brooklyn. It picks up a year after the last game, once Miles has fully grasped his new powers and is now protecting New York. So the story focuses on a gang war between the Roxxon Energy Corp and a high-tech gang called the Underground that's led by the Tinkerer. There's also a new set of mechanics to match Miles' powers like Venom Strike and Invisibility. A remake of the PlayStation 3 classic, Demon's Souls is an action RPG that precedes Dark Souls. I know Souls-type games can get intense, but this one's going to feel quite literally, even more so because of the haptic feedback, making that combat feel even more challenging. The remake focuses on making the world more detailed and vibrant, and they're chucking some faster reload times in too, and who doesn't love faster reload times? So whether you're a Boletaria veteran or experiencing Demon's Souls for the first time, it's going to be fun and hard on the PS5. It follows the London cell of hacker group DedSec as they try to inspire the local people to an uprising against the surveillance state, so mainly fighting against the 4 main villains in this game. The main exciting feature of Legion is that you can recruit literally anyone you see in the open world and then play as them, so that means you need to complete a mission or series of missions before they're unlockable. There are 3 classes too: Enforcer, Infiltrator and Hacker, just to keep the gameplay feeling fresh and give you lots of choice. I've got plenty of gameplay preview videos on Watch Dogs Legion, so please do check them out if you want to see more and you're interested to see how the game actually plays. The PS5 launches on November 12, 2020 in the US, Japan, Australia and a few other select locations, whilst us here in the UK need to slum it until November 19th for that European release. Will you be playing any of these games on your new PlayStation 5? Drop a comment to let me know what's going to be your first purchase on day one. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time on Frag Hero.